Hey guys, what is up and welcome to my channel. It's a Hardback Life. My name is Jordan and today we're going to be doing my May TBR for the month of May. I am super excited. We're about 5 months into the year. That's crazy, isn't it? I know. It's so weird. 2021 has been an interesting year for me when it comes to reading, because I haven't even read like a double-digit number of books yet. I have read 8 books in total, which is very, very sad. But at the same time, you know what? What I read is what I read, and as long as I reach my goal, which is 40 books, I'm okay. But I gotta pick up the pace because I came so close to that goal last year. I read 37 books last year. So, which is still pretty good for like the average reader, I guess. So yeah, I read 37 books in 2020. Hopefully I will beat that and get to 40 and more. But that's not what we're here to talk about mainly. It's my May TBR. And also, work has been crazy busy. And in fact, my schedule changed because I had to cover for someone who quit and cover for their position until someone gets hired in their position. But it's cool because my schedule is basically 8 to 4 every day. But it kind of sucks because I'm a night owl, so staying up for like at least till 1 or 2 in the morning so I can read is kind of my thing, but I can't do that now, at least right now. Before we continue on with this video, I want to mention that April 21st was my 1-year anniversary on booktube. Woo! I'm super excited about that, you guys. I've been on booktube for a year now. I can't believe it. It's ridiculous to even think about it, because I remember when I started this, I was furloughed from my job because they shut down the whole company. Goodwill, everybody was furloughed. And so I was literally at home doing nothing, just reading the latest book I was reading. And I was like, you know what? It's a good idea to start a booktube channel. And I've always wanted to start one. I technically tried to start one in 2019. That didn't work out. But hey, 2020 I tried again. And I'm doing all right, if I say so myself. But yeah, so April 21st, 2020 was the day I uploaded my first video. And I was supposed to do an assumptions video that day, this year, and then post it the same day. But like I said, work changed everything around for me, so that didn't go up as planned. I'm still planning on doing the assumptions video, because some of you on Instagram, on my bookstagram, have sent me some interesting assumptions about me. And then also I got some from my friends on Shelf Space Discord, and some from my friends in my real life. So be looking for that video. Let's get started. For the first thing I want to talk about, I am going to be reading at least a couple plays from the complete works of Shakespeare. And I am super excited about this because I am a theater nerd. I grew up in doing plays and musicals, whether it be me being in the show as an actor, or being backstage as a crew member, or contributing in some other way. So I love me some theater. In 2021, my goal is to really get you guys involved in like reading and watching plays and all that kind of stuff, because I love theater and I want to really get you guys interested. And I actually might get a couple friends involved in the future and we do a skit or two, so I'm excited for that. For this next one is a fantasy, and it's by an author I've never read from before, so I love that. And it's an author that has been compared to Brandon Sanderson. At least my friend Trinity has compared him to Brandon Sanderson, and maybe a few reviewers have. But yeah, the book is Waking Fire by Anthony Ryan. It is the first of 3 books in the Draconis Memoria series, and this is one of my my friend Trinity. This is like her all-time favorite series, I believe. And yeah, she loves Anthony Ryan, and I never would have discovered who Anthony Ryan, like, I would have never discovered his books if I hadn't like heard from Trinity. So thank you, Trinity, for this recommendation, and I can't wait to read it. I'm gonna read it right away, or at least try to read it within the next... No, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna make this book a priority for my MayTBR, so there you go. Semlin Ascends by Josiah Bancroft. This is the first book of 4 in the Books of Babel series. What it's about is a man named Thomas Semlin. He and his wife are traveling, I guess, and they end up losing each other in this thing called the Tower of Babel. And Thomas basically sets out on a journey to find his wife throughout the book series, I guess. There's more to it, but that's all I know going into it, and that's all I want to know, because I want to be surprised by what else I read. And this is a beloved book series by so many, like Alan from the Library of Alexandria loves this. My friend Charmaine loves this. And I actually have the other books somewhere in my room here, or the second and the third anyway, because the 4th one's not out yet. But the 2nd and 3rd are somewhere in packages, and I'll save those for a book haul. So, next one I'm going to talk about is Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. This is the 2nd and final book in the Villains Duology by V.E. Schwab, aka Victoria Schwab. This is a story about 2 friends named Victor and Eli who are in college, and they discover that to become an EO, which is an extraordinary, you have to have a near-death experience. And by the way, they are, like I said, they're in college, and they're both very smart. They're in I think they're in either the science program or the medical program, something like that. And there's betrayal and just all kinds of people with cool powers. And I really enjoyed Vicious. I read Vicious end of January into February, and Vicious got me out of my reading slump that I was experiencing around that time. So thank you to Victoria Schwab for that. And I can't wait to get to this one. I've already kind of started it, but I've only read like the first few pages. So, like I said, haven't really dived into it much, but I cannot wait to finish the series. Alright, the next book I've already started, and I'm halfway just about through the book. That is Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. This is the third book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy, and I was trying to read this before the Netflix series came out, and well, I didn't finish the whole series, but I finished the first book before the TV show came out. I still haven't finished the first season. I need to sit down and watch it. So I think that's what I'm going to do when I get home from work tomorrow. But yeah, I cannot wait to finish this. This is about a girl named Alina Starkov who is living in West Ravka, which is a Russian-inspired area. The whole country is Russian-inspired, and it's super fun. There's these beings called Grishas, who are basically, they're kind of like, I guess the closest thing to them would be like Avatar, where we're like, you know, in Avatar they can bend water and bend like wind and stuff like that. These guys can like summon water, fire, air, and Alina though is a sun summoner, so she summons light, and she's supposed to be one of the most powerful Grisha on the planet. So, and I've enjoyed this book series so far. Like I said, this is the final book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy, and I cannot wait to finish it. I am, like I said, halfway through. Okay. Next books we have are the original trilogy, Red Rising trilogy by Pierce Brown. It's a... So these books are out of order right now. We have Red Rising, Golden Sun, and Morning Star. And I don't know much about this series except it's been compared to, or it's been labeled as basically Hunger Games in space, basically. So I'm looking forward to that. And there's actually 2 more books that have been written in the series, which are, it's like, the 4th book I think is called Iron Gold? Or is it Golden Age? I can't remember. So I'll put the title up on the screen. And then the last book is called Dark Age, I believe. And yeah, I cannot wait to get to this series because a lot of my friends love it. Alright, you guys, these next 4 books are part of my TBR from a year ago. So what I'm planning to do is I'm gonna see what books that I didn't read each month since I started my booktube channel, and I made my first TBR video in May, so this is perfect. And I'm just gonna add those books as part of my TBR and see if I can get through them each month. So, and there's a total of 4 books that I didn't read in May of last year, and I will show them to you right now. Shades of Magic by V.E. Schwab, or, well, yeah, the Shades of Magic trilogy by V.E. Schwab, another V.E. Schwab, and the first book is called A Darker Shade of Magic. I bought this last year, in the midst of the pandemic, when we were shut down. I think to give me some sanity, I bought more books. So, which were to keep me occupied, and a lot of the books did. So thank God for that. But yeah, I cannot wait to read this one. I missed the opportunity to read it last month for a buddy read, but I'm going to read it this month for sure, I hope. This is about a guy named Kel who he's like a sort of magician, I guess, and he can travel through, I guess there's 4 different Londons. There's White London, which is very political and has magic. There's Black London, which was completely destroyed and nobody talks about it anymore. And then we have Grey London, which is a lot like our world, where there's no magic. And then we have Red London, which has magic and is thriving, Red London is where our main character, Kel, is from. And then we have another character named Daisy, I think her name is. Or, no, it's Lila. And I can't remember if she's a pirate or... She tries to steal something from our main character. And they end up having to fight some evil forces together. That's what I've heard. So I'm looking forward to that. Then we have Neil Gaiman's Graveyard book. I started this last year, and I got like 115 pages into this book, and I was loving it. I was really, really loving this book. I unfortunately put it down, I think, because I was super busy at the time, and I just never picked it up. So I'm going to restart this and finish it this time. And, yeah. But this is about a boy named Nobody Owens, whose family gets murdered at the beginning of the book. It's not a spoiler. I think it tells you in the synopsis. And he somehow, like, he's a toddler, so he walks out of his house and he goes to this graveyard, and there's ghosts in this graveyard, and the ghosts protect him because they're the guy who's trying to kill him, the whole family in a sense, obviously missed him and tries to track him down, but the only thing that keeps him safe are the ghosts in this graveyard, like I said. Can't wait to read this again and finish it this time, I promise. Shatter Me was also on my TBR for last year. I've been wanting to read this series. Like, I started it a long time ago, but I never finished the first book, which this is the first book. And it's essentially about a girl named Juliet, who, I guess her touch is lethal. And she was put in isolation because she accidentally killed a little boy. And so everybody became afraid of her. And then she meets this boy who, when he touches her, he can't, like, nothing happens to him. And I guess they are going to break out of the prison and get revenge on those who wronged her and put her in the position she's in. So, looking forward to read that. Then we have Hidden Figures, which was also on my MayTBR for last year. Now it's on this one. This is about the 3 women who, like, they're responsible of the mathematical formulas that, like, helped our astronauts go to space and such. And this is the untold story of these 3 women. So I also have the movie, so I can't wait to watch that as well. Okay, I've got 3 more books on this list. The first 2 are Clockwork Angel and Clockwork Prince. They're the first 2 in a trilogy by Cassandra Clare, who is my all-time favorite fantasy, young adult fantasy author. And this is set in the Shadowhunter world, and set in the 19th century, which is also Victorian era. So this is super, super good. My favorite series of all time. And yeah, enough said about that. Otherwise, I will go on and on about that series. And the last book I have on my TBR that I'm going to read right away, because I have like 30 days to return it if I don't like it. And this is Rage of Dragons by Evan Winters. I know a lot of my shelf space friends are looking at this and like, why do this to yourself? Because a lot of my shelf space friends did not like this book, and a lot of them did like this book. It was very divided. So, what I know about this is about a boy named Tao, who is, I guess, an heir to the throne, and his main motivation is revenge. I don't know why he's getting revenge for, but yeah, that's all I know about it, and I'm gonna not look it up on purpose so that I can be blind when reading this, and hopefully enjoy it. Anyway, you guys, that was my MayTBR, in a nutshell. So if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe, please. That would mean so much to me, and I will get you guys out some more content coming soon. Like my assumptions video, I'm still going to do it. And then a book haul, I'm definitely doing that soon because I've gathered so many books, and there's going to be a couple more coming my way soon. And then there's going to be a tag video called the Choose Your Own Adventure tag. So a lot of things happening for me, like as far as content. And of course, you know, I'm going to do a video where I talk about all things theater. So be looking for that as well. Anyway, you guys, I'm super happy that I was able to make a video and just get it, just also be able to talk to you guys. I've missed being on here. Anyway, you guys, I shall see you later. Bye.